Before we jump in, I just want to say that this mini training is brought to you by the Inbox Goldmine newsletter, which is your go-to resource for growing your business with email marketing. Okay, so today we are diving deep into the science of email design. We're talking about some super simple yet powerful tweaks that can get you some seriously big wins.
So let's be real. Have you ever felt like you're pouring your heart into writing these amazing emails, but the clicks, they're just not happening? Well, the problem might not be your words at all. It might be your design. It all comes down to this idea from psychology called cognitive load, which is just a fancy way of saying how much brain power it takes to understand something. If it's too much work, people just tune out. So this whole session is about making your emails so easy to look at, so easy to understand that people can't help but click.
And this isn't just some random theory. This comes from experts who spent, over 15 years deep in the email design world. And what they've found is that the secret isn't some massive, expensive redesign. Nope. It's all about a handful of small, super smart visual tweaks that make a huge difference for your reader. And the potential here is, while it's huge, Campaign Monitor actually found that making smart design choices can boost your click-through rates by up to 127%. That's not a typo. It just goes to show you your design isn't just there to look pretty. It is a powerful tool for getting people to take action.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the big idea. Small tweaks, big results. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how to guide your reader's eye. After that, we'll focus on making that click absolutely irresistible. And then we'll wrap it all up with an action plan you can use, like today.
All right, first up, guiding your reader's eye. This is all about making your emails feel effortless to scan. The goal is to make things so clear and simple that your reader gets your message without even feeling like they're trying.
Tweak number 1 is a big one: creating a clear visual hierarchy. You see, before anyone even reads a word, their eyes are already scanning the page, looking for clues on what's important. A good hierarchy is like a roadmap for their brain. It says, hey, look here first, pointing them right from your big headline down through the text and landing them exactly where you want them on that call to action button.
And check out this case study from AAA Boise Roofing. They made just 2 tiny changes. That's it. First, they bumped up the size of their headline by 20%. Second, they just added a little more empty space around their main image. Super simple stuff.
And the result? Get this, a 19% jump in their click-through rate on the very first email they sent. That's the power of guiding the eye. They didn't change the offer, they didn't change the words, they just made it easier to look at, and boom, engagement shot through the roof.
Okay, next up, let's talk about the text itself. You know that feeling when you open an email and it's just a giant wall of text? Yeah, your brain immediately says too much work and checks out. So the key is to think of your paragraphs as little conversation beats. Keep them short, keep them punchy. 2 or 3 sentences, that's the sweet spot. Tweak number 3 is probably my favorite: white space. And please, don't think of it as empty space. Think of it as intentional breathing room. It gives your content space to breathe, it makes your text easier to read, your buttons easier to see. It just makes the whole email feel calmer and more professional.
Which leads us to a really important rule here. If your email feels too crowded, your first instinct might be to just shrink everything down. Don't do that. The better move is to actually remove something. Let your most important elements have the space they deserve to really shine. A clean email is a winning email.
And the last tweak for this section is the preview block. What's that? It's just a short, little summary sentence that you pop right at the very top of your email, even above the headline. Think of it like the intro to a podcast. It tells people exactly what they're getting into and answers that subconscious question, why should I care about this, right from the get-go.
Okay, so we've guided their eye, we've made the email super easy to digest. Now it's time for the main event, turning all that attention into actual clicks. This next section is all about making that click completely irresistible.
Tweak number 5 is all about your call to action button, or your CTA. A weak CTA just kind of blends in. It's shy. It makes the reader work to find it. But a strong CTA, it pops right off the page. We're talking high contrast colors, an obvious button shape, a nice big font, and plenty of space around it. It's totally unmissable. And the data here is pretty clear. A study from VWO found that just by increasing the contrast on a button, literally just making it stand out more from the background, you can boost clicks by over 35%. When it comes to your button, clarity is always better than being subtle. Now here's the thing. Not everyone who reads your email is going to be ready to,
buy now. And that's totally fine. That's where a soft CTA comes in. It's a lower pressure, lower commitment option for people who are interested but maybe not quite ready to take that big leap. This gives your readers who are on the fence a bridge to cross instead of a cliff to jump off. Simple phrases like learn more or see the details keep them in your world. And remember AA Boise Roofing, adding a soft CTA like this boosted their click-through rate by another 14%. It works.
And our final tweak, number 7, is all about your images. Pictures create emotion in an instant. If you use a dull, low-contrast image, your whole email just feels flat. But a sharp, high-contrast, relevant image, that creates energy. It grabs attention. It signals to the brain that this is something important.
And data from Litmus totally confirms this. Emails that use high-quality, custom visuals, we're talking photos of your actual team, your real product, get up to 38% more clicks than emails that use those generic stock photos we've all seen a million times. The lesson here is simple. Authenticity gets the click. All right, we've just covered 7 really powerful tweaks. So let's wrap this up by talking about your action plan, so you can take all these ideas and put them to work right away.
Look, if you remember one thing from today, let it be this. All 7 of these tweaks point back to one core principle, and that's reducing cognitive load. When you make your email effortless to read, effortless to scan, and effortless to click, your subscriber doesn't have to struggle to understand what you're saying. And when that happens, engagement just naturally goes up.
And maybe this is the most important part. You don't have to go back and do all 7 of these things at once. Honestly, don't. Just pick 2, maybe 3. Whichever ones feel like the easiest wins for you. Apply those to your very next email, and I guarantee you can see a real, measurable lift in your results.
So, I'll leave you with this question. Your very next email is a brand new opportunity. It's a clean slate. You can get more clicks just by making things a little bit simpler and clearer for your subscribers. So, which tweak will you try first? Are you going to pump up that headline size, add some more of that beautiful white space, or maybe make that call to action button finally pop? The choice is yours.
Hey, if you found this helpful, you should definitely subscribe to the Inbox Goldmine newsletter for more tips just like these. The link for that is right in the description. And of course, to make sure you catch our next explainer, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that little notification bell. We'll see you next time.